Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am coming in today with some makes from the month of November. First of all, welcome to all my new subscribers. Tune in towards the end of this video because I may have figured out how to at least attach a little bit of video at the end. First of all, let me address something. As you can tell, there is no delay in my voice and the movement of my lips. That has been so annoying for me for the past several weeks. So what I'm doing today is recording this video from my laptop. And so I don't know how to work the editing features or anything yet. So this is just going to be raw, unedited. There will be no inserting of photos or anything, unfortunately. So you'll have to refer to my Instagram for some photos, and at the end I'll try to put in a couple videos. But here is an update. If you remember from my last video, I shared I had quite a few projects to finish up. They were all in various stages of completion. So let me jump right into what was completed. And first of all, about the editing. So part of it is laziness. I do have the full Adobe suite on my laptop, but I was just too lazy to learn all of that. And the phone apps just seem to be a lot easier to work with. And so I'll eventually get there, but for now, we're just gonna work with this. So I'm gonna try to go through this a little fast so this video isn't too long, because I can't transition and edit out, you know, a lot of stuff. So anyway, the first thing that I want to talk about are my special projects, which I do not have to go into detail about because you've already seen them. They are both the Kimberly dresses through AK Patterns. The pattern was named after me. And so I won't go into any detail, but for those who did not see the dresses, here are the dresses. And what I will do, I will link right here above where my finger is. You should see that on your mobile device or PC right up above. If you're watching from the TV, you won't see this, but link from up above, you will see the iCard for the Kimberly dress, my review and all of that. So I won't go into details on that, but that is something that was finished in the month of November. The second thing is this butterick top. This butterick top I did view C, and this was a kit I got from Fabric Mart. It was $4.80. It was a rayon challis that came in the kit with the pattern. I got it back in October 2017, and this is butterick 5826, and I cut out the largest size. Now it's meant to be flowy. I didn't make any adjustments to it. I figure, oh, it's, you know, it'll cover. It was the finished garment on the pattern was large enough where it could just drape nicely, and it does. And this is actually my second time recording this video, so the first one didn't work. And so here is the finished garment. And I do not like this pattern, I will say that. How it had you put the yoke together, I thought was a little much, and the instructions didn't tell you how to cleanly finish off this neckline. Let me see if I can show it to you. See the neck piece, and Carla from Stay Stitching also had the same problem because we both were sewing this up. The neckline, the neck band was like 2 inches long on each side, and it just told you to flip it over. Of course, it doesn't tell you how to finish off the seam, but then you had these raw edges, and it was just really weird. So what I did was just that piece that was hanging off, I serged it off and then flipped it over, as you can tell, if you can see. I will not make this again. It fits okay. Like I said, this is the second time me doing this video, so I didn't feel like changing again, but it is a little tugging at the breast point, and so I probably should have done a slight full bust adjustment still, even though it was it seemed to flow fine. I will probably wear this on Fridays at work, casual Friday, with some jeans, probably my Ames jeans, which that video will be coming up soon. But anyway, it is pretty. It is definitely pretty. It flows. It's very loose down here, which is what I was looking for. But overall, this pattern, the instructions and everything was not great at all. So I will not be making it again. I like the top, but I have another pattern that I think will be better. I believe it's the Love Notions Rhapsody blouse that I think will turn out a whole lot better than this. The next thing I finished, and I'm looking at my sheet here, are, oh, hubby's shirts. So, and these are the clips. So watch towards the end. I'll put in the clip of him wearing the shirt. But I made 2 more M6044, and actually they are going to the cleaner, so they are all super wrinkled, but thought I would still bring them in to show you. Here they are, and I even remembered looking at his ready to wear. The ready to wear men's on the placket has the small button in the middle, and so I did do that. What else? I top stitched down the sleeves across the yoke. I think I mentioned this maybe in a previous video, but there is a yoke piece for this pattern, but it's Western style, which I don't like, my husband don't like. So what I did was just cut the back piece, cut it, and then made it, you know, added on the seam allowance so I can just do a regular. You can barely see it, but yeah. And I top stitched all of that because I did notice down his ready to wear, like across the shoulders, across the yoke piece is top stitched. Where else did I top stitch? Oh, down the sleeve. It's a 2-piece sleeve. Yeah, so that worked out great. And let me just tell you, remember I talked about, oh, I know how to put a collar on. If you have followed my Insta stories, I was not putting the collar, I was putting the collar on wrong. Look at that flyaway here. I had put the collar on wrong, so I wasn't putting the collar on right. And so I managed to do that this time. And there was something else I was going to show, but I can't remember. But yeah, so this is the second one. And you'll see this in the video that I can probably get on the end of this, the buttons and everything like that. So he loves that. The next thing I finished was the Emily Holman sew-along dress. I absolutely love this dress. You know, I am loving sewing with denim. I can't admit that. Between working on my Ames jeans and working on this denim dress for the sew-along, this was Emily Holman, did the Meghan Markel. And if you saw Instagram, go to my Instagram, NaturalDane, and you'll be able to see my pictures. Unless I'm able to figure out how to pop them in here, but I doubt it. But yeah, I might be able to put some pictures on the end. We'll see. But yeah, love this. This is the Cashmerette Upton dress. And what I used, y'all know this is like my 4th time making this dress. I used the Upton with that skirt here, but I used the V-neck. This is the first time I've ever done the V-neck on the Upton. And I did the Kimberly dress comes with the V-neck. What I am finding is that V-necks look much more appealing on me. I like that look more than the scoop neck. The scoop neck looks a little dated for me. So I'm going to stick to V-necks here on out, but I did a V-neck. It's a nice soft V-neck too. And then I did the cap sleeve. Cashmerette came out with the sleeve expansion pack for the Upton. I think it was a year and a half ago. And so I did use the cap sleeve to get that look that we were going for the inspiration dress, and I love it. Look at that, because you know the Upton is fully lined, so that cap goes in between the lining. Let me see if I can try to show you there. And you do have to be very careful because you have to roll the sleeve up, and it's such a tiny sleeve in between the lining and the shell. And so I had to unpick it a couple times because I had caught it when I was sewing it in. So yeah, it was very easy to put together. I don't have a lot to say about the Upton because you guys know I did my fit clinic with Cashmerette, so you all know I, you know, successful in getting that seam together. Still not great at my invisible zipper, but that is okay. That is coming along too. Absolutely love this. Feels so good on. You guys know I made the belt. as well. And thank you for all those for your encouraging words when I showed my belt on Insta stories, because this is not a great belt. It works. It works. The buckle part was so easy. The part that gave me challenge was this part, because the, as you can see, there's some rippling. But the instructions, her belt was wider, so the measurements made sense for that, because this was smaller, and then I tried to make the adjustment and then I cut it wonky. Yeah, so on this side it looks good. Flip her over, not so much. But obviously you cannot tell. If you saw the pictures, you cannot tell. And then this here part that this little thing goes through, I made this way too wide, so it slides back and forth and everything. So Birdie Loves to Sew on Instagram, if you all follow her, gave me encouraging words to stick with it. Actually, a couple people, Alethea with So Much Talent, just to stick with it. Try it a few more times. I will. I'm in no rush. I did say I was going to think about doing a YouTube video showing how to do this, but I didn't get this right. So I'm not going to do any video that I'm doing something completely wrong. But yeah, I'll keep it. I'll try it again, because actually I discovered I like this type of belt. I like wearing this type of belt. Usually I'm not a belt person, but I'm liking this type of belt. So it worked. So love that. And then the Style So Me, Madison Cardigan, and I have worn this thing 3 times at least now. But again, if I just stay tuned for pictures at the end, if I can get them in, and you'll see. But look at that. And this, I love the side back pieces, so you have that sculpting. It looks real good, lays very nicely on the back. The 2-piece sleeve. And this fabric I had gotten from Walmart. Remember, I paid $2 a yard for this because it's a knit on the outside, but if you can see, it's like a nice little fuzzy fleece on the inside. Very nice. And so it does peel a little bit. I don't know if you can tell that it is a little pilly, so I'll have to, you know, keep my little lint brush, keep that going. But $2 a yard, it works. It kept me warm, keeps me warm when I wear it. I finished off the inside, serged it with the matching thread. I did not flip it over or serge the ends because this is so thick. I just turned it over and just stitched it down, because it was a knit. It's not going to unravel or anything, but absolutely love this pattern. Now, here's the thing with the Madison Cardigan. If you are taller, and I'm 5'7", so if you are probably 5'6", 5'7", and taller, you probably don't need to make any adjustments on the length. But if you're shorter, you will. And I believe Crystal from Crystal Sews and Stuff, she did make an adjustment to her Madison Cardigan. But the thing is, there aren't any shorten or lengthen lines on this pattern. That's the only thing. So you will have to kind of figure that out on the pattern where you need to shorten it in order to do it. But love, and I get compliments every time I wear it. I get huge compliments on it. So love that. I also made 2 Stitch Sister cardigans during their Cozy Cardi Challenge. On one of their videos, they had put a video up for how to create a real simple cardigan, and I did do that. And I will put the pictures, like I said, if I can, at the end. You can just see all the pictures, but look at that. And I didn't want this to be the outside. Obviously, I will wear this over clothes. So it doesn't itch or scratch or anything like that. Very pretty, right? And look at the outside. It's a sequin. I got this from Joann Fabrics. I actually made 2 of these. And so yeah, I end up, it was very easy. It was 3 pieces of back, 2 front, and you just had the side seams in the shoulder. So yeah, very nice. And like I said, I will pop in pictures. Like I said, I made 2, but the other one is sitting in my office at work on a hook because it is freezing in our office. And again, if I can remember, I will add pictures on the end. So for the month of November, that is it. that is it. I'm currently finishing off. What you'll see next is a haul video. I didn't bring it up on Wednesday because I couldn't get this whole video thing situation worked out. But you'll have my haul video coming up on Wednesday. You'll have my Make 9 video, which will be my Ames jeans. I believe that'll be coming up. No, I have a few videos. You'll see. Just stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get a notification. And I will work on figuring out all of this editing mumbo jumbo with Adobe. I know it's probably quote unquote easy, but yeah, the app on the cell phone was much easier for me. Anyway, bear with me. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Stay tuned. If I can figure out how to add on photos or short videos after this, just to show me in the garments, I will. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.